Okay, I am here with my colleague slash friend slash growth partner, Shayna Schmidt, and she is also a fitness coach and somebody who's been in the fitness industry and who I would definitely consider an expert and a scientist, and such a blessing to be able to work with her. And something really cool came up for us on our journey in the business space. And a lot of what we do is about business strategy and also understanding our own growth through that, and really, really feeling called to share that on a deeper level, because we're both healers at the end of the day. And so what has come up recently is just understanding how to make sure that we're vibing at an energy that feels really good to us versus feeling like being sucked into a negative energy. And prefacing this by saying that it is 100% your responsibility. You get to choose your attitude in every moment. You get to choose whether you're going to be in positive energy or negative energy. It is always your responsibility. However, I think for many of us, because of our own unconscious imprinting or commitments that we've made based on our past belief systems that we've just had forever, it's become so, that's why they call it second nature, because we just get conditioned into this space where we believe that we're actually the victims of somebody's being negative or toxic around us, and we're just victimized into it, right? And we have no control. I call bullshit on that. So that said, what I want to do is share how we can actually work through that and really activating the physiology of it, because this is the place that Shane and I come from, right? And the cool thing is, your body is so magnificent. Your body is all knowing. Your body is the energy of the universe. Your body is the energy of the divine, whatever you subscribe to, right? It is bigger than you. The energy that you have within every cell of your being and every organ that it forms and every electrical current that it carries is connected to the energy of everything. And what we can do is we can create intention around that energy. And intentional energy in Eastern philosophies is chi. That's your life force. That's the energy of intention. And keeping your chi circulating is up to you. So let's dive in with a little bit of an understanding of, first of all, like where to start, right? And I'm going to unpack this by saying, inside of you, you have had moments where you feel this deep pull, right? This is what I was just talking to Shane about. We're both very passionate about our soul's purpose. And Shayna is a beautiful soul because she's deeply connected to that soul's purpose. And I know she's on a massive mission. She's going to impact millions of people on this planet because she's got this calling, and she's not afraid to raise her hand and scream it from the rooftops and speak up and say, I'm here. And I can heal when you're ready. I'm here and I got you. And everyone has that. Every single person is born with that. It's part of our humanity. And the difference between the leaders who do rise up and put their hand up and say, I'm here, because they've been able to dance with their fears and their insecurities and their pushback points and their limits and their blocks, and say, I'm worthy, I believe in myself, and I'm worthy of having an amazing life and impacting so many people. And I don't really have much concern for what other people think. That's the big piece I want to start with on that. So what pulls in you? It's identifying that first. And really, 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 I'm not talking about egotistically what pulls in you. Like, you know what? An Audi Q7 really pulls my soul. I feel that car and I am like energetically connected to that car. But I also understand that on some level, and it's perfectly okay. It's it's a beautiful car. I love that car. And I own the pull toward that car, but it's, you know, that's my ego. Cute. Oh, sweet little ego. But why does that car call to me versus a Mercedes? And for somebody else, it could be a Mercedes, like things, amounts of money, places to live in or vacation, those things call you because you are energetically drawn to them and it's unexplainable. And that's also your soul's purpose. And each one of us has a very unique divine calling. That unique divine calling is your genius. It's what makes you you. It is the epicenter to your soul, right? Now, we all have tapped into that place and you know that feeling. And I want you to start with a little journaling on, like, if I was to say to you right now, imagine what your life would look like in your freaking wildest dreams. Recapture, right? Inside that, a feeling of just absolute freedom, right? You're not bound to the specifics that your mind may fabricate around it. In other words, I want to live in this house and I want to have this relationship and da-da-da-da-da. Like, that's fine, and start there. And then go in, lean in more and more. Like, I want to coach the president of the United States and I'm going to impact millions of people and I'm going to move to, you know, Africa, and I'm going to travel to Dominar, Italy, and I'm going to have the grid lines of the world connected to me. Like just as if you were 6 years old and anything was possible. So journal on that. As you start to do that, then on a separate piece of paper, write down the body sensations that you are eliciting. That's really important because you will then be able to recognize exactly how that feels. When you feel that soul pull, what does that actually feel like? I know, let me give you an example. When I get in my flow and I feel that soul pull and I start thinking about, like, oh my God, I'm gonna activate all these human beings and they're gonna awaken, they're gonna live in this exquisite health, and I can see, like, my eyes dilate. I feel boom. I literally, because I am so in tune with my body, I feel my heart rate just start banging in a good way. And I feel like I can just sense, like, my cells just like going into expansion, and just like I sense this juiciness about me that I can't contain the radiance that is about to just burst out of my soul. That's my description. Those are the body sensations I feel when I'm thinking about my wildest dreams. So why is that important? Because you now have physically described your genius. And that is when you are at your most powerful. That is when you are at your peak of essence. Okay? And when you have that power and you feel it manifested in your body, it actually can help you embrace the fears you might start to put around that, the self-doubt, the pushback from, like, I'm not good enough. Who am I to think that I'm a genius? Who am I to think that I can be the container to impact on that level or to live that life of freedom, right? We all get those pushbacks. But when you tap back into the body sensations in your heart, and your spirit is connected to that, it allows you to step into that life where you're living without masks and you're literally in complete openness, right? You're either in a state of expanse and openness, or you're in a state of contraction. And so when you tap into your soul's purpose and you feel it in your body, own it. Because that has everything to do with the energy that you're going to put around it. And when you own that energy, because your body is literally a living, moving, breathing being of light, okay? Which means we have an energetic field. It exists at all times inside of us. Trillions of cells in this moment, like Shane and I are sitting here in this moment, our cells, just like yours, are effortlessly. It's such a hard word for me to say. Effortlessly. Doing one of two things: listening and responding. Listening and responding. So creation, right, of some sort is happening in every single second. So your cells are listening to what's coming in, responding, and digesting that information and submitting it to your DNA. Your DNA is what lies inside the nucleus or the center of every cell in your body. And your DNA is responsible for then activating the impulses, right? The tiny little electrical currents that carry the instructions to tell your body what to do. Secrete certain hormones, alter specific organ systems. So what did I just say? When you're in your soul's purpose, why does your heart rate go up? Why do your eyes dilate? Why do you sweat? Why does your voice go up? Why do you feel your muscles get tingly? Why does this happen? Right? Do you ever just get curious about that? And it's because, again, there's this energetic imprinting happening, this energetic movement, this chi force that's circulating through you and telling your DNA to respond and submit these instructions that put your body in a state of really feeling fucking awesome. Because when you feel awesome, you do awesome, you attract awesome, and you start to just exist at that energy, which is what we're all here to do. We ain't here on the planet to suffer. We're here on the planet to feel good and do good and be a part of the collective consciousness that raises and elevates us as a species, right? I mean, try to convince me otherwise. Like, sell me on the suffering. Somebody. I want to hear the argument for the alternative on that, right? I mean, really. So the bottom line is, it's really the coolest discovery is that you possess the awesome power to unlock and maximize how your DNA responds. So that you literally embody exquisite, lasting health. That's first and foremost. That's the foundation. Like Shane and I, that's the place we come from, that we understand that embodying and living in lasting, exquisite health means that the juiciness of every cell of your being is almost ageless. And in that place, in these cells that are constantly renewing and rebirthing and just exploding with juiciness, there is deep contentment in that, right? Because that's the impulse that's going out. And from there, you attract only the most wild, mind-blowing experiences, which gets back to what's in your wildest dreams, right? But it's your attitude that holds the key. So a thought, which is what Shane and I were unpacking before, a thought, either good or bad, stimulates an electrical current in your body that registers with your DNA to activate a response. That's the physiology. Pretty straightforward. So essentially, here's the powerful part, and I would love, just write this down, right? Your mood molds your body. Your mood molds your body. So what does this mean? The food that you eat, the people you hang around, the air that you breathe, the information you digest from the internet, from the news, from other people, is shaping your body through the attitude you have to it. So you can choose in every moment to feel positively or negatively in response to your environment, right? Things are going on, circumstances are happening all around you, but you get to choose how to feel about them, and consequently, how you're going to send those frequencies, not just through your body to create more of that attitude, but also out into the world. So you pick up the same frequency and thus shaping your freaking environment. So again, it's all part of that cycle. And I was just talking to Shane about this example of, let's say negativity is an AM frequency, and let's say positive energy is an FM frequency. So you've got your AM negative waves, you've got your FM positive waves. And you're on FM dial. An AM wave emission coming out from the negative AM tower can't come into the FM dial. You're not going to pick up that wave if your dial's tuned to FM, right? So think about it like this. Your attitude is the dial on your dashboard, right? On your mental dashboard, on your body's dashboard, and the dashboard of life. You can turn it at any freaking time you want, right? It alters your thoughts, your biochemistry, your organ systems, and your DNA itself. And I can get into a whole other training about dormant DNA. Like, why for so many years have scientists just decided that we have junk DNA? If we're born with it, like I again call bullshit on that. As a scientist, as a coach, as a human, if we were born with it, it probably ain't junk. Just because we don't understand it doesn't mean it doesn't serve a purpose. And I truly believe that there is no way that our DNA, that any piece of our DNA could be considered junk. I just believe that we haven't tapped into the ability to really, really turn it on. And I think we are awakening to that. And it's really a very exciting time to be a human, because I see that coming. I see that coming for all of us. And we are ready for it. We are ready to receive that. And again, that's a whole other training. So it's really, you create, right? You create your own experiences. And each cell of your body, right? 60 trillion cells listening and responding at all times as long as you're alive. So what thoughts are you going to think? Right? What feelings are you going to elicit? What belief systems are you going to build around that? What patterns are you going to create that shape your attitude over time, which really pulls in your reality? You get to choose. And starting this off, I want to give you like a solid tip. And it's something called contemplation. And this is exactly what I was talking to Shayna about. Contemplation is the way that we start to literally ignite our superpowers, call in what we're manifesting like at the speed of light. Like you want it, boom, it appears. Contemplation is almost like, it's like a lost art, really, because we're so into like, oh, we're meditating or we're doing, right? And even meditating is funny to me, because a lot of people are like, I got to go and meditate. Like, I got to go do meditation now. I have to do meditation every morning. And meditation is the practice of really being, right? Letting thoughts go by and being in a space of being. And then we also do a ton of concentrating. Focus, I gotta get stuff done, I gotta be productive, which is great. You know, both are great. And when we're concentrating, it's again, it's a lot of doing. So there's doing, there's being. But to me, the magic is in the flowing. And flowing is what I see contemplation is, the combination of both concentration and meditation to create this flow state. And it's so beautiful. And the physiology is so freaking powerful here. And it just requires this magical dance between the left and right brain, right? It's like concentration without all the effort. I like to call it relaxed imagination. Because when you're in a state of contemplation, here's the thing. You start to play with your intuition. And this is where you get to literally imprint the energy that you want. Okay? When you, these are the tips I'm going to just throw out really, really quickly to end this training up, to wrap this up. When you start to listen to your intuition, yeah, that's like a fucking FaceTime call from divinity, from source energy, from God, from whatever. And like, we just have beat that out of ourselves because of our own lack of worthiness and doubt and just, you know, feeling like we'd have to fit in or we're weird or crazy if we listen, God forbid, to our intuition. But not picking up that call keeps you stuck getting the results that you're getting, feeling tired, burned out, stressed, all of these things that create suffering. Because that intuition keeps calling you, you're just not getting the message. Allow yourself permission to pick up the call and freaking listen. Because the bottom line is, there are things in the universe, right? Outside in the energetic field that you harmonize with. That's how I started the call. The things you harmonize with out in the universe are your soul's purpose, right? Again, amounts of money, relationships, opportunities, an ideal definition of health, and those things are unique to you, to your genius, right? Your genius is different than every other person's on the planet. So of course you have the birthright to own that. And you are drawn to that beyond all logic, all the shoulds and all the bullshit. You start connecting to it in the quanta, right? Out in the universe so deeply. And I said, describe those sensations, because when you do, and you start to really connect with that intuition, that deepness, that body sensation, it starts to feel real. And then guess what? You walk with it. You talk with it. You play with it. You feel into it more and more. And even though your physical reality, so like Shane and I were just talking, like a physical reality could be like, I'm in an office right now and I'm dealing with this situation. So even though your physical reality could be so far removed from this energetic realm that you're trying to call in, you get to stay totally connected to it, right? You are deciding in every moment to keep reconnecting, soul's purpose, reconnecting to that body sensation. And being where you are isn't relevant because your body doesn't know the difference. And that's how, that's our human superpower, right? Like we are the only species that can do that, that can A, listen to intuition, and B, create a vision in our mind's eye, in our pineal gland, and actually feel it so deeply in every cell that it's real, no matter what our external environment is. I am pretty sure a squirrel can't do that. So you get to honor from that place where everyone else is at, but you don't have to take it in. You don't have to appreciate where somebody else is at on their journey. You can honor it. And that means that you don't have to own and be attached to their negative energy. You just simply reconnect to your inner genius, dancing with it. You get to a place where you're not even like consciously sure, right? What's real, what's not real, because your vision is so powerful and it's coming through you right now, and then boom, it collapses time, right? Because now you are in that feeling. You are in the energy you've been calling in. There's no separateness from it. That is what is real. That is your reality. And this is where you become the energetic match, right? And then you connect with it again in your genetic coding. And then you're sending those signals and you're waking up those dormant DNA to just constantly be strengthened to send those signals to feel good all the time. Not feel good because you're ignoring the bad, but feel good because you embrace the shadows. You bring them in. You look at them. You contemplate them. You sit with them and you say, does that align with me? Why does it feel shitty? That's interesting. That's a past pattern. It no longer serves me. I'm going to give it love and I'm going to release it right back to the ether. It gave me my lesson. I'm taking that lesson, noted, but I'm going to take the pain from it and I'm going to ditch the suffering, send it back because it doesn't serve me anymore. I got it, right? That's contemplation. And it's so natural. Like it is born within us. These, again, are part of our superhuman powers. So don't forget who you are. Don't drop into the numbness of cutting off your intuition, because that's the power, right? And get back to that. When you're in doubt, just go inside and just really, really, what are the body sensations you're feeling right now? Are they good? Cool. If they're good, how can I strengthen those? Are they dark? Are they heavy? Remember, heaviness represents the lie. So if you're feeling dark and heavy, there's some disconnect and lie happening. So it's your responsibility to uncover that. How do you do that? Contemplate, right? Get into that. What is the thought? I'm going to take the thought and I'm going to relax into it with ease, with grace, with no judgment. This is a completely safe space. Where is this thought coming from? Is it even mine? Is it even true? Oh, I see where it's coming from. Oh, that makes sense. It's from that past patterning that I've had about not feeling good enough. Well, could I believe in this moment that I embrace the quality of being somebody who is worthy? Yeah, I could believe that. I could do that. Okay, cool. So now what aligned action can I take that actually, that creates the body sensation that is connected to my soul's purpose and makes me feel good and makes me feel a little bit more worthy? What could I do right now? Even though I'm in an office with a lot of negativity, I could have a cup of tea and I could just enjoy that tea. That'll make me feel good. Right? Just that process alone allows you to step into worthiness, igniting those cells to go into expansiveness, and then get into that fun, playful relationship with the person that you are supposed to be, that you're meant to be. That place of deep contentment. Oh man, I could go on, and it's just so much fun. But it's just to review, it's really, number one, what is in your wildest dreams? Journal on it. Number two, describe all of the body sensations you feel and practice being aware of them. Number three, listen to your intuition. Don't be so caught and busy and so conditioned to flying right by the intuition. You're like, zzz, and you start to feel like, oh, a soul pull, but I gotta go over here, and I gotta do this Excel spreadsheet, and I gotta go listen to this person complaining, and I gotta go eat dinner at 6 o'clock, because that's when everybody eats dinner at 6 o'clock. But your intuition is like, oh, I'm not hungry right now. Oh, I have a great idea. Ooh. And you're getting all these calls all day long, and you're like, I gotta put my phone on mute because this is really distracting, because I gotta be over here being busy. Listen to your intuition. Put it in reverse, right? Put the busy on mute, maybe even just for a day. See what happens. Just allow that in, right? And then contemplate. Let your intuition tell you, and then contemplate. Does it feel good? Contemplate. Does it feel not so good? Contemplate. What do you do in contemplation? Relaxed thought, relaxed concentration. Let it in and start to embrace. Is it a shadow? Where does it come from? Do I need to own it still? No. What do I believe instead? What do I now choose to believe? What action am I going to take? Oh my God, intuition, this feels so amazing. This is totally in line with my soul's purpose. Oh my God. Stop. Lean into that. Explore it. Write it down. Manifest that idea like a motherfucker, and see your genius open up, and allow that to be the message that calls in the people that were meant to hear it. Boom. Boom, Shayna. Right? That's what we're talking about. Boom. All right. This was so much fun. Really could talk forever. I am so grateful to you, Shayna, because I really was feeling called to share this, and you totally inspired me to do it. Any questions that you have?
No, I think just excited to devote some time every day to doing that contemplation.
It's such a fun art. It's just that it's like so natural too. I find it so freeing. All right, I'm gonna end this call, and thank you very much. Peace out.